Alright folks, next thing I'm going to do here is change this fuel water separator filter out, and I'm going to try to let you watch me. It is dark out here, I got some lights, so you'll just see what you see here, I guess, but I'm hoping this goes well. I've already drained the water out of what they call the pre-filter, which this is actually the first filter in line, but the pre-filter back here I just drained. Yeah, I didn't really see any water come out of it, but I did drain a little bit out of the bottom of it, and all looked good there. I always worry about losing prime when I'm dealing with fuel filters on a diesel. The 6415 John Deere I got over there is kind of a bear when you change filters out on it. As far as getting it back primed, it always seems to take a little while. But anywho, I'm hoping, being that there's two other filters in line here that I'm not changing, that the pumps, I don't know if there's an electric pump in the system or not. I haven't looked to see. The 6415 has an electric pump that is between the two filters, so it pulls through one and pushes through the other. I don't know how this system is as far as that goes, but there is an electric pump on the John Deere that sits down in the frame rail. But this one, as far as I can tell, this pre-filter up here feeds the final filter, so this filter goes straight into the pre. So if there is an electric pump in the system, it might be down in the tank or something like that. So I don't know. So first thing I'm going to do, I've got me some towels around because it's always a messy job. I've got just a empty leftover gallon oil can here. I'm going to attempt to drain the fuel out of here. Now you have to take into account that this could be like a siphoning hose, so it could drain and drain and drain and never completely drain out because it's siphoning fuel from the tank. But I don't know that it'll do that or not. But I'm gonna try. My goal is to get this little bowl here drained down, and I should be able to see it drain down if it does. And then I'm gonna screw that bowl off because I'm keeping that. I'm replacing just this part here. So I'm hoping to get in here and do this. While that's draining there, on that other filter I said I just drained the water on, the first attempt to drain it on it, it wasn't draining out. It actually started coming out around the top of the little plastic wing nut looking thing, kind of large on the bottom of that filter. The hole was stopped up, so I used a little screwdriver here and went up that hole. There was something had got in that hole, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but that is draining out. So don't look like the siphoning effect is occurring, so that's good. Just let that drain on down there, and looks like there might be a little trash in the bottom of that, so that's doing its job. If that's the case. Let it drip just a second or two more. Hoping that comes off by hand pretty easy, but we'll see here in a second. back up. And set this aside here for a minute. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get this loose. It's on there good. Boy, it's on there good. Ooh. Don't want to break it. That wouldn't be good. It's on there pretty tight. Trying to think of what I've got. Can use to unscrew that. Well, whole filter's coming off, huh? I'm gonna have to have a look at this little bulb. Hope I don't break it. Still got diesel coming out of it. Get over here in this tub. Alright folks, so as it turns out here, uh, this bowl that goes on the bottom of the filter here is quite hard to get off, or was for me. The bowl goes on the bottom of the filter like so, and I had quite the time getting this off. I didn't want to break it because it is plastic. It is thick plastic, but good night, it was on there hard. I had to use a couple of pipe wrenches, and I couldn't get them to hold quite like I wanted, and I still couldn't get it to budge. And I wound up having to get a little ingenious and inventive. I put me some bolts in the holes here in this filter and put a pipe between there and locked it, and was able to get a pipe wrench on this bowl to get it loose. So I thought the thing was glued on there. I mean, I torqued and torqued and torqued. I thought I was just going to shatter it. And it finally broke loose. But it didn't really break. It just slowly turned and, finally started freeing up. But that was a booger. So anyway, we got that off there now, so I didn't carry you through that whole process. But I have cleaned the bottom of the filter head here, and everything looks pretty good there. And I'm now ready to put the new filter on. I was debating whether to put fuel in that filter or not. I'm not usually very keen on doing that, but there is 2 more filters downstream, so if I did get a little piece of trash in there, it should get caught by the next 2 filters, so it might help with priming it up easier per se. But I may lubricate this seal on this filter and this bottom seal a little bit with just a little bit of standard motor oil, and we'll slap that thing on there. So there's one seal that goes on this bowl here. So I'm going to get me just a little bit of oil on my finger here and lube it. Just a tad. A little thin film on that. Pull off my fingers now. Slide that seal there in place. Good. Alright. Go ahead and just hand fit that onto the bottom of the filter here now. So everything looks kosher there. Just screw up. Should. There we go. Now I don't know how tight that should be, but it was awfully tight to begin with. I wouldn't think much more than hand tight like that. All it needs. There was a little trash in the bowl. I did clean that out. Failed to note that. Anyway, we got one seal here on the top. I'm going to just put a thin film of oil on it. Alright, a little bit of oil on top of that. I'm just going to screw it up here. I feel another seal. There is. There is another seal. Put just a tad bit of oil on it. There's one down inside the threads there. Sounds like the coyotes are about to get started up. Yep. Get my dog fired up. Hey. Here we go. Yeah, for something. I didn't put any fuel in there. I might have to stop right there and tighten it up too much. See if it primes up on its own or not. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump in, just turn the key on. And I'm going to see if there's any electric pump that starts up on this thing and fills it up. Well, I didn't see anything go in there, so I'm may screw that back off and put a little fuel in it. I bumped it there a couple times because I've seen, like on the Rams and stuff, you bump it and it'll cause the electric pump to cycle for about 30 seconds, and that'll usually do that a couple times, 3, and it'll work the air out of the system and fill the fuel filters back up, and you don't have a problem. But I'm not seeing that here, so I'm going to pour a little clean fuel in it, and then put it back on, and all I'll be left to do is fire it up and see what happens. Alright folks, I got the Massey running here. I took that filter back off, put some fuel in it, fired it up, it never missed a lick. And I thought I had the camera running, but I had turned the camera off for a minute. I put fuel in that fuel filter, and when I came back I powered it back on, and I guess I just thought I had it recording, but anyway. So you missed the startup of that, but really nothing happened. It fired right up and never missed a beat. So I was a little worried about it losing prime or having air in the system. So that went okay. Other than that plastic bowl on the bottom being so tough to get off. But, luckily I didn't break it. Didn't have to replace it, so we're back up running. So that's it for this one. I still got a greasy loader, but other than that, I'm pretty much done with my 500-hour service on the tractor. So, yeah, that's that, and thanks for watching. Stay safe. Stay tuned for more. We'll see.